Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our science class. Today is Monday, and the date is the 1st of February 2021. Okay, girls, we're talking about changes of states of matter. So state of matter can change from liquid to solid. How can it change? How can water change from liquid to solid? By what? What is the process? Who can tell me? Liquid to solid. Yes, ya Batul.
Yes, miss.
Liquid to solid. Water will change from liquid to solid.
Liquid to solid. Okay.
By
First
what?
thing, can I have the thing of ice cubes? Then I put cold water. Then I'm gonna put it in the freezer. Then it's gonna be ice cube.
Excellent. So by melting or freezing?
Freezing.
Freezing. This is the word. Okay, what about from solid to liquid, Yalara? How can water change from solid to liquid? By freezing too or something else?
Yes, miss.
Okay, if water will change from solid to liquid, will it change by freezing or melting?
What?
Can you hear me, Lara?
I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Changing from solid to liquid.
Yes.
Okay, guys, can you hear me? Yes? Okay,
Yes.
Maryam. All right, Maryam, can you tell me, Maryam, from solid to liquid, yeah, Maryam?
From solid to liquid.
Is it freezing or melting?
Melting.
Excellent, melting. Are you taking away heat or giving heat?
Giving heat.
Excellent. While freezing, you are taking away heat. Now let's start this video to learn two more changes in the states of matter.
If there are not voice, I cannot hear it.
Everyone cannot hear it?
I can't.
I cannot hear anything.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling me. Very good.
No voice. Just quiet.
Now let's try again.
It's the summer. Pete was looking for something to do. He needed money for an MP3 player, so he decided
Yes,
to
Lauren,
open a
if you need
lemonade
water
stand.
or bathroom, you can
After
go.
all, who doesn't want a glass of cold, tangy lemonade on a hot day? During the day, he noticed some changes as the temperature changed. Click each hotspot to see some of these changes. When you're done, click the next arrow to discover more about how things change.
Yes, yeah, Lauren. Is there anything?
I want to say sorry that I cut my hair.
Oh, Naiman, very nice. It looks very nice. Okay, now please, let's focus on the video, please. Do not open your mic unless the teacher asks you to. Look at the ice over here.
Lemonade is much better when it is very cold. Pete used ice cubes from the freezer to cool the drinks. Did you know that the frozen ice cubes were once liquid water? When water is put into the freezer, it changes into ice. Ah, delicious cold lemonade. Does your mouth pucker at the thought of it? Mine does. I love it when lemonade is really cold. The water droplets that appear on the outside of the glass come from water vapor in the air cooling. Pete and his mom and dad worked together to make the lemonade. They even squeezed their own lemons. Their recipe was perfect, and they sold out in no time. They had to use frozen lemonade from the store for the next batch. When the lemonade concentrate was taken out of the freezer, it started to melt. Eventually, Pete mixed it with water and went back to work.
All right, so I can see many changes happens over here. Freezing, melting, and something else. Let's learn more about it.
Welcome to the lesson, How Does Matter Change? In this lesson, you'll learn how matter can change when heat is added or taken away. The vocabulary words for this lesson are condensation and evaporation. Click each word to find out more about it.
So, if we want to change the states of matter, we need to take away heat or to give more heat. It depends. If you are taking away, so it's going to be cold. If you are giving more heat, it's going to be very hot. We learned about freezing, melting. Today we're going to learn about condensation and evaporation. Let's learn about them.
It's a snowstorm. When tiny drops of water fall through very cold air, heat moves from the water to the cold air. Then the water may change from a liquid to a solid. Small droplets of liquid water in the air freeze into solid ice crystals. This makes snow. Most snow crystals are very small, but they can stick together in large clumps that we call snowflakes. When snowflakes are heavy enough, they fall to the ground. Water that makes snow is a kind of matter. Matter can exist in different states. 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Click play to learn more about the 3. We use water every day. Water that makes snow is a kind. This coin is a solid. Solids have their own shape and can be hard.
And we know that, like a rock, solid like a rock. Good job.
The windshield washer fluid is a liquid. Liquids will take the shape of the container they are added to.
So whatever shape of the container is, liquid will take it. If it's a heart-shaped container, the liquid will take the heart shape. If it's square, it will take the square. If it's round, it will take round. What about gas?
Gases also take the shape of their container, but they are often invisible, and they spread out to take up all the space in their container.
So
The
it will
helium in the
fill.
balloons is a gas.
So helium inside the balloon is a gas and it will fill all the area.
We use water every day. Water can look very different depending on whether it's a solid, a liquid, or a gas. Click each image to learn more about states of water.
Let's see water. First of all, water can be...
Ice cubes can make your drink nice and cold. When water freezes, it becomes ice. Ice is the solid form of water. Have you ever helped water a garden? When water is a liquid, it flows, like the water running out of this hose.
So it can be liquid, solid, and...
On a warm, sunny day, this puddle will gradually disappear. That's because the liquid water is turning to an invisible gas that mixes with the air. When water is a gas, it's called water vapor.
So, water can be liquid, solid, or gas.
Can you identify the three states of matter in this picture? Drag each label to the correct part of the picture.
All right, who can tell me? Please raise up your hand. Who can tell me which one is liquid, which one is solid, which one is gas? Come on. Rama, can you try, please? Please. Over here, the oxygen over here, is it solid, liquid, or gas?
What, miss?
The oxygen inside this bottle, the oxygen we breathe, is it a gas, liquid, or solid? The air you breathe. Is it solid?
No.
Is it liquid? You breathe liquid? What about gas?
Gas.
Excellent, very good. Yes, yeah. Oops, why? All right, let's see someone else. Give me solid and liquid. Something is solid and something is liquid. Yes, يا لمار. الدمح.
Which one I do?
Okay, what about this area over here? Is it liquid? Excellent. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Okay, Malak. Malak, what about over here? This one, is it liquid, solid, or gas? Excellent, solid, very good.
Nice work. You know how solids, liquids, and gases are different. If you've ever seen an ice cube melting or a puddle of water drying up in the sun, you've seen matter changing from one state of matter to another. How does that happen? Water changes from a solid to a liquid or from a liquid to a gas when heat is added to it. Click each picture to learn how adding heat changes matter.
So the trick is whenever someone is asking you, how does matter change? You will say, heat must be changed, so matter will change. If you increase heat or you add more heat, the matter will change. If you are taking away heat and it's going to be very cold, definitely the matter will change. Now let's take a look how matter changes according to heat.
There are three main states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. All three states are present in this image. Solid ice, liquid water, and invisible water vapor in the air. Adding heat energy changes matter in each state. Solid water, or ice, can change to a liquid when heat is added to it. The ice in this picture will slowly melt into water as it warms up. When heat is added to liquid water, it can change to a gas. This process is called evaporation. As heat from the sun warms the water in this tide pool, it will turn to a gas called water vapor.
So this is something new, evaporation. Who can tell me what is evaporation? What did it say? What did you hear in the video? What is evaporation? Who can raise your hand and answer? Yes, ya Maryam.
Evaporation is when you add heat.
To what? The changes of what to what? What state to what state?
To the liquid.
From liquid to?
Gas.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, Batul, only when the weather is heated, the water will evaporate and go up to the sky, or something in the kitchen you can see every day.
What do you say, Miss?
How can we evaporate water? Only the sun will evaporate water, or also inside the kitchen? You can see water evaporation. How?
Evaporation. Okay. When you put water and
Excellent.
something is so hot, so
When you
that's why you
boil?
can see it and you can see the gas is getting out of it.
Excellent. So when you boil water, water will change from liquid to gas.
Gas.
And this process we call
And
it,
the-
ya Batul?
Evaporation. Can
Evaporation.
I tell you something?
Yes,
And
ya
we can do it in the other way. Liquid can be gas. Like the first thing, like will be liquid then gas. The other way is gonna be the same way, but is a different way.
Okay,
Like
we'll
when
go
it's
there.
raining.
Don't say it, please. We will go there in a minute. Okay, Batul, thank you. Okay, so when we heat liquid so much or too much, it will evaporate. So when you add heat, liquid will turn from liquid to gas. And this process, we call it evaporation. So once you see water vapor, from the word water vapor, you remember that is the process evaporation.
Sometimes, especially in mountainous areas, you can see water rising from a lake in the form of mist or fog.
So also this is evaporation. Look at fog or mist. Also the water is coming up, turning to gas.
You've learned that adding heat can change matter from one state to another. Now let's learn how taking away heat changes matter. Click each image to find out more.
So adding heat can make evaporation or melting. How about taking away heat? Let's see. Taking away heat could cause what?
Can you find water in all three of its forms in this picture? There is solid ice on the shore and liquid water in the stream. There is also water vapor in this picture. It's in the air, but you can't see it because it's an invisible gas. Taking away heat can change a gas into a liquid. We call this process condensation. An example of condensation occurs when the temperature inside a cloud drops and water vapor changes to a liquid. What do you think might happen next? The drops of liquid water in the cloud fall to the ground. Taking away heat can also change a liquid to a solid. That's why the pond in this picture is frozen. When it gets cold enough, liquid water can turn to solid ice. This process is called freezing.
So we have two processes that can happen when you take away heat: freezing and condensation. This is the opposite way that you were talking about, ya Batul. When gas turns to liquid, we call it condensation. So condensation, you take away heat and gas turn to liquid. Also, when you put liquid in freezer, you take away heat, so it will freeze. It will turn from liquid to solid. Now let's see.
You've learned that adding heat causes changes in matter. Before we move on, try answering this question. Which of these examples shows adding heat to matter?
Who can
Click
answer?
the correct answers. Remember, you can roll over the pictures to find out what they are.
Okay, who can answer with me? I want you to tell me what are the changes that we are adding heat, ya Yara?
Please, I want to answer.
Okay, Yara,
Yes.
in condensation, do we add heat?
Can I do after Yara?
Do we add heat in condensation?
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you sure?
No?
Let's see.
No, not this one. It shows condensation, which removes heat. Try another option.
Okay,
Teacher,
Leen.
can I answer?
Yes, Yaleen. Do we add heat for freezing?
No,
No. What about melting?
of course not.
Do we add heat on melting?
Yeah, we do.
Good work. For ice to melt, it must take heat in.
What about evaporation, yeah, Dina? Do I need heat to evaporate liquid water to gas?
Yes.
Awesome! Heat is being added to the water in the pot. Great job! When
Excellent,
heat is
Dina.
added, liquids can turn to gas and solids can turn to liquids. Adding heat can cause water in a pot on the stove to evaporate. It can also cause an ice cube to melt. Adding heat does not cause water to freeze into ice cubes or water vapor to condense into raindrops. Those things happen when heat is taken away.
So you have two processes, adding heat, and two other processes taking away heat. If I want to take away heat, will I take away heat in condensation, Yalara? Condensation. I take away heat or I give heat?
I take away heat.
Excellent, Lara. What about freezing, Yellow Jane? Freezing. Do I take away heat or give heat?
Give heat.
Freezing. When you put it in freezer, do you give more heat or take away heat?
Take away heat.
Excellent. Take away heat. Very good.
Miss, why did you open
Some changes in matter happen when heat is added. Other changes happen when heat is taken away. Can you tell which is which? Sort these pictures to show which things happen when heat is taken away and which happen when heat is added. Drag each
Okay.
image to the correct box. Remember,
Lamar,
you can click the pictures to find out what they are.
now tell me, Lamar, melting, taking away or adding heat? This ice cream is melting. Hi, Lamar. Do I take away heat or add?
Add heat.
Good job. Okay, Lamar Al-Falih. What about cooling?
Yes, Miss.
Cool. If you wanted to cool in the refrigerator, do you take away heat or you add heat?
We don't add.
Excellent. Take away heat. Very good. Lana, cooking, yeah, Lana. Cooking. Do you need heat for cooking or you need to take away heat?
To take heat.
Okay, so add or take away?
Take away.
Really? For cooking?
No, add.
All right, very good, Lauren. What about freezing? Do you take away heat or you add heat?
I add heat.
For freezing, you need more temperature or less temperature?
Less temperature.
So you are taking away heat or you add heat?
I will take less heat.
Excellent. Heat means very hot, so you take away hot places. What about drying or evaporation? When you dry your hair, you turn all the liquid to gas. Evaporation, is it adding or taking away? Hi, Lara.
Yes, Miss.
Adding or taking away evaporation?
Adding.
Excellent. Finally, girls, who can tell me, what about condensation? When water, liquid, gas turns to liquid, condensation, is it taking away heat or adding? Come on, guys. Yes, ya Batul.
Taking away heat.
When heat is taken away, gases can turn to liquids, and liquids can turn to solids. Taking heat away can cause water to freeze into ice cubes, or water vapor to turn into drops of water on a cold window. When heat is added, solids can turn to liquids, and liquids can turn to gases. Adding heat can make ice cream melt, or make water evaporate from your wet hair.
Excellent. Very good. Now let's see the summary of our lesson.
Great job! You've learned a lot about how matter changes when heat is added or taken away. Let's review the main ideas from the lesson. Matter exists in different states. 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. When heat is added to liquid water, it turns to water vapor. This is called evaporation. When heat is taken away from water vapor, it turns to drops of liquid water. This is called condensation. Adding or taking away heat can change the states of matter. Adding heat can change a solid to a liquid, or it can change a liquid to a gas. Taking away heat can change a liquid to a solid, or it can change a gas to a liquid. Now that you've finished this lesson, if you wish, you can go back and review any part of the lesson again.
Okay, girls, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Bye-bye, girls.
Bye.